Hi friends, today I'm going to make Scarola stuffed pizza, an Italian traditional favorite. So stick around and I'm going to show you how I do it. The ingredients we're going to use for this Scarola stuffed pizza are 2 heads of Scarola. We need some Gaeta olives or Kalamata olives. I'm using both. Make sure they're pitted. I need 1 clove of garlic. I need some anchovies, some capers, some red pepper, extra virgin olive oil, some sea salt. Of course, we need flour and water for our dough. And of course, all of our baking pans and of course our sauteing pan that we have to make this all in. The first thing I'm going to do is my dough, obviously. So I have 2 cups of all-purpose organic flour. I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to mix that all in. Of course, we have to do this with our hands. Now I'm going to gradually put in 1/2 cup of water slowly. And I'm going to put in a little bit of olive oil just to make our dough nice and smooth. I'm going to start forming my dough. If I need a little bit of extra water, I am going to put it in there. I am going to start working this and kneading this until it's nice and smooth, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. My dough is done. I did end up using another 1/3 cup of water, but now it's nice and smooth since I did not use any yeast in it, and that was my choice. This only has to rest for about 15 minutes. So now I'm going to move on to my filling. I put my extra virgin olive oil, some red pepper, 1 clove of garlic in a skillet. I'm gonna wait till that sizzles before I throw in my other ingredients. And in the meantime, I have already cut and washed my 2 heads of Scarola. Now that my garlic's been sizzling and it's a nice golden brown, I'm gonna add in my anchovy and let that melt right in. You guys don't have to put anchovy in there. This is optional. Some people also put in raisins. I don't like them, so I am not going to use them. So now I can put in my olives, and I'm going to put in my capers, and I'm going to let this saute for a couple minutes before I put in my Scarola. All of the flavors have infused because I can smell the olives, I can smell the anchovy. So now it's time to put in the Scarola, and I'm going to let this cook down for about 8 minutes or so until it's soft. I'm gonna check for salt after because of course our anchovies are already salty and our olives are already salty, so I will let you know if I need any more salt. My Scarola has reduced down and I just tasted it and it does need a little extra salt, so I am going to salt it a little bit. And now I'm going to let it keep cooking until it's nice and soft and all of this water here reduces. My Scarola filling took about 15 minutes, so now I'm going to set it aside, let it cool down and dry out while I roll out my dough. My homemade dough is ready. Look how beautiful it looks. So now I am going to cut it in half like this. So 1/2 of this will be the bottom of the pan and the other half will be the top. So I'm going to roll this out and then show you what it looks like. I rolled out my dough nice and thin. So now I'm going to put it on the bottom of my pan. And I've already covered the bottom of my pan with extra virgin olive oil, so I'm gonna show you what that looks like in a second. I placed the dough on the bottom of my pan, and now I'm going to put in my filling. I took out all the excess water that was in here, so now I am ready to fill it. So I'm going to fill it and then show you what it looks like. My Scarola pizza is filled, so now I'm gonna roll out the top part and I'm gonna show you what that looks like. I put the other half of the dough on top. I sealed it with a fork all around here. And now I'm gonna take some extra virgin olive oil and I'm going to brush it all over the top because we want this to become a nice golden brown. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fork and I'm just gonna poke it a little bit like this so that when it's cooking, it doesn't, so it gives it a little bit of air. I put my oven on 375 degrees. This should take about 35 minutes, or when it's golden brown, I will let you know when this is done. My Scarola stuffed pizza took 40 minutes. Look how beautiful this looks. I'm gonna let it rest like 10 minutes and then I'm gonna plate it for you. This is what my Scarola stuffed pizza looks like. It looks so amazingly beautiful and I am so ready to try this. Here I go, guys. Hands down, this is the most delicious pizza I've ever made. You guys need to try this. The Scarola is perfectly done. I can taste the anchovy, I can taste the olives, I can taste the garlic, and I can taste that little kick. It's absolutely delicious. So if you enjoyed this recipe, please like, please share, please follow me for more. And as always, buon appetito.